Stephen Morrissey is the only born and bred Montrealer of the group, and he writes of it with familiarity that is generations long. Morrissey explores the mind, the imagination, the collective consciousness, and the poem the same way. Morrissey might also be considered the group's analyst.
Heartfelt thanks to the dancers for that wonderful performance, and also thank you to all of you for coming this evening. An evening in 1957. We counted boxcars that summer at Old Orchard Beach, the first after Father's death, in a rented cottage across a dusty highway and a field away from the train tracks. You could see freight trains pass in the evening's golden sunlight, 90, 100, 120, sometimes 140 boxcars moving on the horizon, each filled with television sets, boxes of Band-Aids, chairs, stoves, and clothing, probably all now used and discarded in the half-century since my brother and I watched the trains pass before going inside to listen to radio dramas and fall asleep. We didn't think then how much the years ahead and now behind us are like the boxcars we counted. A child's pastime, not thinking the train would end and silence follow as the fields turned dark and cold at night. For my love. It is a strange thing when my wife appears 20 years old, lying in bed, blanket and sheets pulled to her neck. It is both adoring and lust, seeing her in the morning. Is it infidelity to want to sleep with the 20-year-old girl my wife becomes, to wish I knew her then when we were young? Other days my wife returns to how she looked at 10, a photograph taken beside her famous giant sunflower and a teddy bear at her feet. I am enamored by the child, overwhelmed by love for her. Even this moment, my wife across the room from me, and I am lonely for her. She reminds me again of when she was young, and I was alone and full of desire. I'll read two sections of a poem called The Colors of the Irish Flag. So this is green and white, and orange I'll leave out. If I believed in death, I'd give up now, the ground and envelope in which our bodies will lie until our souls are sent to heaven, hell, or nowhere at all. We did not meet to be torn apart so soon. That is the cry of lovers heard across a green field. Love is for a dozen lives to come, the infinity of time unfolding, the sky darkening over fields, each moment a green eternity celebrating love. In an ancient manuscript, two lovers drawn in the margin, and our names placed side by side, all hold me close in the cold green dawn. And here's white. This is the sheet of paper, a flag of surrender. This is newly fallen snow, and we are walking across it, a field with a few straggly black trees on the horizon, where a white sky meets the white field of snow. And I am carrying a white flag. Why a white flag? Why surrender? I am not one to surrender. I am one to fight, struggle, wave the flag with its green, white, and orange. Now we are arriving in the new world. Ships full of quarantined men, women, and children wait off Grosse Ile. They have not surrendered in their flight from famine. They have not traveled 5,000 miles only to die when they should embrace a new life. This is a white sheet of paper. Words scrawled on the page become this poem. I will not surrender. The flag I carry is for life and love. And the last poem, I'll read three sections of it. It's about Montreal. It's called The Rock, or A Short History of the Irish in Montreal. 1. Isaac Weld from Dublin writes of Montreal in 1796. The houses in Lower Town were gloomy, reminding him of jail. According to E.A. Talbot's comments on Montreal in 1820, the whole city appears as one vast prison. Gray stone churches, endless rows of two-story brick buildings, and dreary November days, already dark at 4 p.m. 2. Typhus among Irish famine victims arriving by ship in 1847-48. The rich live on Mount Royal, who 8RM Lower described as living comfortable and smugly in their devotion to their duty, to the tribal instincts, and to ensure status as the measure of all things. The poor, as ever, occupying the city below the hill. What remains today of Griffintown, where houses once stood, front doors opening directly to the sidewalk, in the English manner of a worker's house, now empty lots, factories, parking lots for trucks, Leo Leonard's horse stable, the smell of manure and a barking dog, and the triangular-shaped lot, now a park with the excavated stone foundation of St. Anne's Church, 1854 to 1974. An archaeological site, St. Anne's, where Father James Callahan served as parish priest in 1874, before joining his brother, Father Martin Callahan, at St. Patrick's Church. 30 years before, Father Martin was found too lower class for Montreal's up-and-coming Irish. 3. Ireland became an island of famine, so the occupants took flight in ships, brigs, and barks. Weighed anchor, return impossible. The dying lay on straw, mattresses, and fever sheds. Many died, including Mayor John Easton Mills, Catholic and Anglican clergy administered to the sick. 3 rows of 7 sheds between the bridge and Riverside Street, south of Britannia. 5,000 died, buried in crude coffins made from planks, the majority buried in common lime pits. All commercial and social activity ended. 44 degrees Celsius on July 7th, the height of the epidemic. By July 22nd, 3,500 people lay dying in the fever sheds. Thank you.